I'll be calling you a radical, a liberal. Hey, you know when you're headed over to the record store or your tailor or to the butcher or to your accountant, be fitted for a suit, get some meat, got a new record coming out, or just you're headed over to the ballpark, you head there and they're not there. And somebody says, well, you know, they're over here across town by the fucking Walmart. And you're thinking, well, fuck, there's 5 fucking Walmarts in our town. Well, just drive over by the fucking Walmart. You confuse the word by with in. So you drive over by the fucking Walmart and you're sitting there driving around your lot and you're waiting in line, you're waiting, you know, here comes the people meandering and this big fat buffalo female comes meandering through with a tattoo on her back like she's calling attention to her fucking blubber. She's got 3 or 4 little ones about that big that are this fucking big around, and some skinny doofus ass fucking douchebag following her fucking behind. And you're like, and they're meandering like fucking the buffalo at Yellowstone. And you're like, come on, do you mind? And she walks over, you roll up your window, cracks you through the fucking window, in the fucking mouth, tips your car upside down, her and the fucking little one sit and jump on it. As socioeconomists look back, as we all look back on America in the last 15, 20 years, it is like this. It is Mark McGwire swinging Albert Belle's bat. That's what it is. That's what it is. And look, we always had the Fed to protect us. They were separate. There's a reason the Fed was kept separate from the fucking government. The government had been given the monetary system several times. What do they do with it? This country went broke. In my class, I like to say all the time, as Marx wrote, he says, and as Adam Smith wrote for that matter, and the great economists who were smart enough to get in the middle called the progressives, as he wrote, as free pure market capitalism will the masses be starving in the street. I bring that up. Did it happen? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did it happen right here in America? People forget. Go talk to somebody in their 80s that was born into the Depression. Talk about the hunger, the panic that went on in this fucking... Right here the unemployment rate was 40%. The ignorance when it comes to societies and economics blows my fucking mind. Not just by the masses, by the ignorant fucking economists out there that spew. And the CNBC fucking ranting fucking propaganda machine for CEOs. If you listen to these fucking somebody puts a sticky report and they all just fucking regurgitated over them. As we look back, this was orchestrated by one fucked up motherfucker, Alan Greenspan, the greatest fucking moron of all time. Look, the Fed was kept separate. As these politicians fuck it up, the Fed will handle it. They're fucking, it's their money. They're protecting their family's fucking wealth. What happened? Alan Greenspan, the radical fake Ayn Rand science fiction economist, .com bubble, housing bubble, hope bubble, brought to you by Alan Greenspan and the GOP. As we look back, why did the fucking governors of the Fed not fucking, you know, he only has 1 vote out of the 13. There's a reason there's 13 votes too. But anyway, why? Because they drank his Kool-Aid. They drank his Kool-Aid and walked away. The Fed lost their charter. The charter was this, to control inflation. And I love all you inflation fear-mongering motherfuckers now. Where the fuck were you in 01, 02, 03, 04? That's when inflation happened. Let's be clear. When Bush stole the election, what was fucking the price of gold? $225. What was a gallon of gas? $1.35. What was a barrel of oil? $10, $12. It was the Bush fucking warmonger fake Christians in the Alan Greenspan lowering it. Why can interest rates not fucking work? Look, as we look back, it's one thing. Usury laws. Usury laws tell the whole fucking thing. This country used to have usury laws. The maximum interest rate anyone could charge was 5% above prime. Think about what a stimulus that would be to the economy. Think about the conspiracy that the credit scoring agencies, and I'm not talking Moody's, I'm not talking freaking S&P, I'm talking the Usury, I'm talking the credit scoring agencies, TRW, Free Credit Report, Equibase, those conspiracies, they conspired with the fucking banks. They conspired with the big, and you fuckers that all bitch, why do you put your money in one of the big banks? Go to your local community bank. Why do you put money in the fucking market in your 401k if you hate these motherfuckers? Look, it's been perforated on the American. The Fed drank the Kool-Aid, and Alan Greenspan was a fucking idiot. He battled up like, nah. I remember going with Dr. Cooley. He and I went to listen to him speak. And I'll never forget, after he spoke, I looked at Dr. Cooley, I said, that motherfucker didn't say nothing, just babbled. You know, trying to impress, talk about Freudian ugly, him and his old lady. Woo, talk about the anti-porn. Whoa, can you imagine him in college It's my old thesis. I say nobody should be allowed in a university, a male, until they're 35 years old. Why? Because they got their mind on one fucking thing. As they get older, maybe 50. So the nerdy, geeky fuckers who couldn't get fucking laid at the morgue with $100 fucking bills end up running the show via Alan Greenspan. I told Dr. Creed, that motherfucker didn't say a fucking thing. He said, not a fucking thing. Everybody's, he's brilliant. They had their eye on the stock market. They pandered to fucking Wall Street just like the politicians pandered to Wall Street when they didn't before. As the market would fucking go down, lower interest rates. Why did not lowering interest rates work? Why did stimulus not work? Twofold. Just like the solar thing. Why could it not work? I put a video a long time ago saying it can't work. It will not work. Who's to stop fucking Chinese fucking businessman or American business setting up shop and selling the same product for 5 cents on the dollar? NAFTA, anti-protectionism laws have fucking got empowered in this fucking country. Look, as Bush stole the election, as we have fucking powered via fucking these fucking radical philosophical fucking policies, that we need a radical shift in policy. Let the deflation happen. The deflation should have started happening in 2000. Kept lowering rates. This has been a masquerade for 11 years. This is fucking death by 1,000 cuts. Look, it should have happened. Let this deflation fucking wash out like it did in the 30s, and we can rebuild with a different philosophical idealism. This radical right philosophical fucking Ayn Rand, GOP, and the GOP has morphed themselves into anarchists with a fake radical military fucking twist. Fake Christian military. Look, massive fucking military at this scale is not, it's not fucking capitalism. It's far from capitalism you get. It's not even so. It's borderline communism. You radical fuckers, you have turned into anarchists when it's fucking obstructionists inside the political fucking arena. You teabaggers are so fucking ignorant, it is unbelievable. I like to say fucking Cobain's song. You think I'm dumb? Do you think I'm dumb? Maybe I think you're fucking dumb. It is pure ignorance. They diluted our fucking school system. I say like this, my daughter, I have these brilliant daughters. My youngest has got a mind that would blow your mind. When she was young, I got called into the school. She was getting an F in science. I go talk, this is halfway through the year. I go in there to the teacher. I sit down there and I have a conversation with the teacher. I says, she's a problem. I says, let me see her test scores. Does she know the subject matter? Is she gathering it up? She says, well, you know how they do the testing? I got a letter earlier that week showing that she got the highest score in the state in 3 disciplines. She was in the top 1,000th of 1% in science, and this is a science class. She says, oh, we don't have tests. Years half old, you don't have, how do you know if they know the subject matter? That's what they've turned us into. Because the education system isn't about, as my great professor used to say, the mind is not a storage shed, it is a workplace. They wanted these people to be Orwellian market sheep, come off the freaking assembly line, they fucking, go get a job at 18, fucking go to work, fucking working 60 hours a fucking week, making no fucking money, when the average American in 1975 made $100,000